Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is AzumangaDiohFan here, and I'm back with yet another full-length commentary. So, today's commentary is going to be on Mr. Enter's review of a My Life Me episode entitled The Pom Pom Girl. Now, I know I already made a double shot commentary on this guy, and the video I'm tackling is more than a year old at this point, but here's the thing. Nobody, at least to my knowledge anyway, has really tackled this video yet, and given how flawed it actually is, that's quite surprising. So, with that said, let's not waste any more time and jump right in.
Keep your focus. Ignore that jealous wannabe over there.
Hey, look at us. We don't have to animate lip motion. When is that ever excusable? I mean, I kinda understand it if you were saving up money for something fantastic, but if that was the case, you have failed.
I'm sorry, but did you even pay attention to the footage you were using? Because here's the thing about it. Not only are the cheerleaders a bit further away from the camera, but the person who's currently talking in the scene, which is the girl on the far left, is turned away from the camera just enough so that her facial features aren't visible, even when her arm isn't blocking the side of her face. So, with that in mind, animating lip movement for that particular character would be pretty much pointless since you can't really see her face anyway.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. They use these random fucking assets for transitions. Why do you do that? Anime doesn't do that. Anime doesn't do that. Anime doesn't do that.
Why don't you just tell them you're doing this to ruin Amelia's life?
No way! Their concern is hilarious!
Okay, I do not understand a single word that she said. Voice actors have this cool new thing. They're called takes. You can have more than one. Also, sound editors have this fancy new tool. It's called editing. You can use that too.
You know, I'm not really sure what you're going on about here because I can understand what she said just fine. I mean, it's not like the music's drowning out the dialogue or the voice is too high-pitched or anything. So, at this point, you're basically just complaining about a non-existent problem.
Look, I've got them where I need them. My plan is unfolding perfectly.
I barely watch anime, and I know that the anger thing never goes on the fist. It always goes on the forehead. If you're making imitation anime, you should know how to use the cliches of anime.
Enter, I want to show you something, okay? Right here is a collection of screenshots from anime such as Naruto Shippuden, the Pokemon anime, and Lucky Star. Notice anything about them? That's right, all the characters in these screenshots have the anger thing, aka the cross-popping symbol, on their fists. Now, you could say that this placement of the symbol isn't as common as the forehead placement, but to say that it never goes on the fist is just flat out false. Also, way to admit that you don't really know what you're talking about. I mean, if you're gonna look at how well an imitation anime uses the tropes of, well, actual anime, then doing research on the matter would have actually been a smart idea. But I'm Mr. Enter, I know what I'm talking about.
Let's start with the backflip. It's easy.
Why are you nervous? Don't you remember what you did yesterday? And if I'm not mistaken, aren't you already in the cheerleaders? This is initiation, right? Initiation of anything comes after the recruit has already been accepted. And you would have already done this shit.
Well, if we want to get technical, the move Sandra performed yesterday is more akin to something like an over-the-top cartwheel based on how she starts and finishes the move. And if these gymnastics videos are anything to go by, a cartwheel and a backflip are not the same thing. Also, have you ever heard of something called stage fright? Because I'm pretty sure that's what Sandra's experiencing in this scene.
Raffy?
If you'll excuse me, I need to think something out, and only the pleasures of alcohol can help me figure this one out. So guy acts creepy, hugs her, and practically threatens her, and girl decides she's going to fall in love, marry him, and have his kids. Or she wants to do it to the captain of the soccer team, simply to get back at this one girl she doesn't like. Okay, so other girl was going to fall in love, marry, and have kids with this random dude she knew nothing about in order to spite this one person she didn't like. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. You're awful too!
That's not the creepy soccer captain she's having those fantasies with! That's Raffy! Okay, sure. Prior to this scene, the creepy soccer captain tells Sandra that he's no longer captain, and that Raffy is instead. But two things here. One, this was a blatant lie that the captain told her to get out of a date with her, and two, Enter is clearly talking about the creepy soccer captain based on the actions he describes and some of the clips he shows as he's doing so. Also, congratulations, Enter! You've just missed the point of this scene! How did you accomplish such a feat? Well, let's break it down one step at a time. First off, the creepy soccer captain says that Sandra should go on a date with Raffi, who he claims is a new soccer captain, which leads Sandra to have various fantasies about her and Raffi. For each fantasy that passes through her mind, the episode clearly demonstrates through her facial expressions and background sounds that she's frightened by them, as she thinks that a date with Raffi might lead to their first kiss, getting married, and having a kid. Second, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen, it seems that Sandra sees Raffi as a good friend and not a love interest, which could contribute to her fear of these fantasies.
Besides, I'm not pom-pom girl material. I'm going back to skateboarding, where I belong.
In any of the other episodes I've seen, I've never seen her skateboarding. I understand that they don't have the budget to animate skateboarding, but still, nice character development. Tell, don't show, right?
What episodes have you been watching? Because in the first episode of the series titled Misconcepted Deceptions, Sandra's seen skateboarding not once, but twice in the entire episode. And I'm going to stop the video here and move straight to my final thoughts. So, one of the reoccurring issues with this video is that Mr. Enter will play a clip and followed up with commentary that gives off the impression that he didn't really pay attention to said clip. You know, I might expect a rookie reviewer to do something like this, but not somebody who, at the time of this video's release, had 93 reviews and more than 100,000 subscribers under their belt. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to defend My Life Me, as I think the show itself is rather awful, but this review really wasn't all that much better, and the flaws in this video could have easily been ironed out had he taken the time to do so, but the fact that he didn't really baffles me. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this has been AzumangaDiohFan signing off.